Hello, this is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is June 22nd, 2023, and we are replaying the game from my PC Replay Baseball 1950 Red Sox season replay. Boston at Chicago on June 22nd, 1950. Anyway, let's go down to the lineup screen and set today's lineups. As we going to set Boston's lineup here, I'm sure they're not going to put in Ted Williams. They do this all the time because I'm overusing him as the season looks, because he missed 61 games in the season because of a broken elbow he received in the All-Star game. But we're replaying this season with Ted Williams playing most of the games because you want to see if we can make it to the 1950 World Series. Anyway, let's see how this looks. The catcher's okay. No, I'm going to change the catcher. We're going to put in bats. Rosar got me in trouble last time. We'll play bats catching. Staub's pitching, and let's go over to the White Sox. That looks good. Now we'll put in the White Sox. Sorry about that. Press the wrong button. Hit the AI here. Nellie Fox Philly. That looks good. Zernial's in there. That's what we're going to play with. Okay, let's go down to the field.
Replay Radio is live from Chicago. Top of the first.
And let's go over the lineups for the Red Sox. The Red Sox are here in Comiskey Park for our first visit this year. Let me tell you something about the Chicago White Sox 1950 season, since this is the first time they've been on the channel. The 1950 Chicago White Sox season was the team's 50th season in the major leagues and its 51st season overall. They finished with a record of 60-94, good enough for sixth place in the American League, 38 games behind the first place New York Yankees. So I don't think they had a very good team this year, and that could only work in the Red Sox favor. But let's go over the Red Sox lineup as we are replaying the game of June 22nd. Dom DiMaggio batting first in center field. Johnny Pesky batting second at third base. Ted Williams batting third in left field. Vern Stevens batting fourth at shortstop. Walt Dropo batting fifth at first base. Bobby Doerr batting sixth at second base. Al Zarilla batting seventh in right field. Matt Batts batting eighth and catching. And Chuck Staubs batting ninth and the pitcher. As we go over the White Sox in the field, Majeski at third, Carrasquel at second, at short. Nellie Fox is at second. Eddie Robinson playing first. Zernial, Scala, and Philly are in the outfield respectively. We've got Malone catching. We have Bob Kane pitching, a lefty going today. And Dom DiMaggio steps in, and here's the first pitch of the game. It's going to be a line drive in the gap towards center field. We're going to have a ballpark check. Anything over 43 is a hit. And he just misses it, Scala, and it's going to be a triple for Dom DiMaggio to lead off the game.
No outs, man on third.
Dom DiMaggio leading off third. Johnny Pesky stepping in. Johnny Pesky this year batting .298, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. And he hits the ball to second. He's going to be out at first. DiMaggio scores, and the Red Sox take an early 1-0 lead.
1 out, bases empty.
Ted Williams stepping in with nobody on against Kane. Lefty pitcher, lefty batter. Here's the pitch. And Williams strikes out. which is a rare outcome for him
2 outs, bases empty.
the 1950 season. Fern Stevens stepping in, batting .339 with 17 home runs, 69 runs batted in. Fern Stevens having a great year. And he's going to ground out short to first to end the inning.
1 run, 1 hit, and none left on.
As we go to the bottom of the first, it's the Red Sox 1 and the White Sox coming to bat.
Bottom of the first.
Here we go. Let's go over the lineups for the White Sox today. We have Nellie Fox batting first at second base. Dave Philly batting second and right field. Jerry Scala batting third and center. Eddie Robinson batting fourth at first. Gus Zernial batting fifth and left. Hank Majeski batting sixth at third base. Chico Carrasquel at shortstop batting seventh. Eddie Malone catching batting eighth. And Bob Kane pitching batting ninth. For the Red Sox in the field, we have, as usual, Pesky at third, Stevens at short, Dorr at second, Dropo at first, Williams, DiMaggio, Zarilla in the outfield, Bats catching, Staubs pitching, Nellie Fox stepping in, batting .242 with no home runs, 14 RBIs, and here's the first pitch. And Staubs walks the first batter of the game.
No outs, men on first.
Nellie Fox takes his lead off of first. Stepping in is Dave Philly. Philly's a .279 hitter with 6 home runs, 22 runs batted in. And he hits a deep fly ball to right field. Zarilla backing up and gets it for the out.
1 out, men on first.
Jerry Scala stepping in with Fox at first. Scala is a part-time player. He's only been up 8 times this year, batting .250, no home runs, no RBIs. Here's the pitch from Staubs. And he's going to walk. There's going to be runners on first and second for the White Sox, as Chuck Staubs is pitching himself into a tough inning.
1 out, men on first and second.
Eddie Robinson coming to the plate. 2 runners on. White Sox down by 2, 1 out. Robinson's a .261 hitter with 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. And he's going to hit a line drive caught by the second baseman. There's a possible double play here, but I don't think it's going to be a double play. Maybe if it's a 1, but it's not. No double play. There is a double play. I read it wrong.
No
it was
runs,
an automatic
no
double
hits,
play.
And 1 left on.
I wish I could get this straight. That's a 1, so anything over a 1 is a double play. A 1 would not be a double play. I'm going to learn that before the season's over. At the end of 1, Red Sox lead 1-0.
Top of the second.
Walt Dropo stepping in against Kane. Dropo batting .307 for the season. 8 home runs, 33 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And he's going to fly out to left field.
1 out, bases empty.
Bobby Dorr stepping in, having a great year at .387. He also has a lot of power this year, 11 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. And he's going to double into the right field corner. And he pulls into second, standing up.
1 out, men on second.
Dorr on second base. There's 1 out. Al Zarilla stepping in. Excuse me. Got a little tickle in my throat, so I may be coughing a little bit today. Zarilla stepping in. He's batting .365. 4 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Dorr takes his lead off a second. Here's the pitch. And he's going to line out to Philly in right field, and Dorr is going to hold second.
2 outs, man on second.
Matt Batts stepping in. Matt Batts, the second string catcher for the Red Sox. He is batting .316, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Dorr takes his lead. Kane throws. And it's a fly ball to right field, and Philly has it.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 1.5, it's still Boston 1, White Sox nothing.
Bottom of the second.
Gus Zernial stepping in. Zernial batting .282, 19 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Staubs throws. There's a little dribble in front of the mound, and he's going to be thrown out at first.
1 out, bases empty.
Hank Majeski stepping in. Majeski batting .297, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Staubs pitches. And he hits the ball to second, over to first for the out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Chico Carrasco, sometimes a leadoff hitter, today batting 7th. He's batting .271, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. And he strikes out to end the inning.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
And at the end of 2, it's Boston 1, Chicago nothing.
Top of the third.
Top of the third, we have Staubs, DiMaggio, and Pesky due up. Williams will bat if one of those guys can get on. Kane looks at Staubs, throws. And there's a ground ball to short, over to first for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Dom DiMaggio stepping in. He tripled his first time up. He's batting .320 this season, 2 home runs, 31 runs batted in. And he's going to fly out to Zernial and left.
2 outs, bases empty.
Pesky stepping in. He grounded to second his first time up and knocked in. DiMaggio, who had tripled for the game's only run. Here's the pitch. And he's going to hit a foul ball out behind first base.
Just like that, the inning's over.
And Fox puts it away. At the end of 2.5, still Boston 1, Chicago nothing.
Bottom of the third.
If you hear a little clicking there, I'm shutting the mic off as I cough. All right, bottom of the third inning, we have Malone, Kane, the pitcher, Nellie Fox, the leadoff hitter, due up third, and Philly batting fourth. If one of those guys reach base, Staubs looks in at Malone, who's a .364 hitter in limited play. He's going to walk. Staubs walks his third batter of the day.
No outs, man on first.
He struck out 1. He's walked 3 in only 2 innings. And we have the infamous base action roll. Here we go. Pickoff attempt, possible error, but see that 66? I know this one. It can't be an error. And he holds.
No outs, man on first.
Anyway, because you can't roll over 66, and that's why that can't be an error. Runner on first, the pitcher Kane up. He's batting .231 for the season with a couple of RBIs. Staubs looks in, throws.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
And here's the second roll. Let's see what happens. Speed at first. It doesn't seem to be. Let's try for the lead runner. And we get him. Kane attempts a sacrifice, but it didn't work.
1 out, man on first.
They get the lead runner. Excuse me, once again. Nellie Fox stepping in with Kane at first base. Here's the pitch. Fox pops it up to second. Dorr puts it away for the out.
2 outs, man on first.
2 away. Kane on first. Philly stepping in, batting .278. He flied to right field his last time up. And he's going to hit a short fly ball to center field for the end of the
No
inning.
runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 3, still Boston 1, Chicago nothing.
Top of the 4th.
Okay, here we go. The top of the 4th, Ted Williams leads off, followed by Stevens and Dropo. Williams struck out his first time up against the left-hander Kane. Williams batting .338 with 18 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And he's going to hit a deep fly ball. The left field, Zernial is going to put it away for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Vern Stevens stepping in against Kane. Stevens grounded to short his first time up. He's batting .337. And he hits a line drive to second for the out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Walt Dropo coming up to the bat. He flied to left his first time up. He's batting .305. Kane throws. And he's going to hit a deep fly ball to left field. Zerno's going to put it
They
away.
go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
And the Red Sox go down in order. At the end of 3.5, Boston 1, Chicago nothing.
Bottom of the 4th.
Well, we have a pitcher's duel going here for the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. Boston is a good hitting team. Some say a great hitting team. Could have been one of the best in baseball. For them to have only 1 run and 2 hits after 4 innings, Kane is doing a great job. Anyway, Stobbs is going to face Scala, Robinson, and Zernial this inning. Scala walked his first time up. He's a .250 hitter. Here's the pitch. And he gets his 4th walk of the day.
No outs, man on first.
Walking is something that the Red Sox and Major League Baseball have a problem with in 1950. There are sure a lot of walks. Eddie Robinson stepping in, the first baseman for the White Sox. He made his Major League debut September 9th, 1942. He's played for a number of teams in his Major League career. Through 1950, he's played for Cleveland, Washington, and Chicago. After 1952, he'll play for Philadelphia Athletics, the New York Yankees. He'll go back to the Kansas City Athletics, Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Indians, and end his career in 1957 with the Baltimore Orioles. Stobbs looks at him, runner on first. Here's the pitch. And the ball's hit to second. It's over to short for 1, over to first, a double
That's
play.
their second double play turn today.
An easy 2 outs for the
2
Red
outs,
Sox.
bases empty.
Gus Zernial is coming to the plate. Let me find his page here because Zernial's an interesting player. Zernial made his Major League debut last year on April 19th, 1949 for the Chicago White Sox. And he has hit 237 lifetime home runs. He was a good power hitter. And he was an all-star in 53, and in 1951, next year, he will be the American League home run leader and RBI leader. But right now, he steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. He grounded catcher to first his first time up as he just dribbled one in front of the plate. Stobbs throws. And there's a ground ball to second, over to first to end the inning.
No runs, no hits, and none left on.
At the end of 4 innings, it's Boston 1, Chicago nothing.
Top of the 5th.
We're almost halfway through. Zorilla bats due up, and if one of those guys make it, Stobbs, the pitcher, will be hitting. Dorr doubled his first time up. And he's going to ground out short to first.
1 out, bases empty.
Al Zarilla up. He lined out to right field. He's a .363 hitter with 4 home runs, 37 runs batted in. And we have the infamous rare play. And once again, if you're new to this broadcast, you'll know that PC Replay Baseball, excuse me, has several rolls on occasion. Sometimes the play can be done with 1 roll, as you've seen, sometimes 2. Once in a while, 3, and every so often 4 rolls. So it makes the traditional play-by-play difficult. But let's roll and see what happens here. We're going to have another roll. There's a dribble in front of the mound. Let's see if the pitcher can throw the batter out because of his speed. And it's 6, so they've got him. He's out. 5 and 6, he's out. 4 and below, it's a base hit.
2 outs, bases empty.
I'm learning that. I don't know why I get it confused sometimes, but I do. Matt Batts stepping in. The Red Sox second-string catcher flied to right field his first time out. He's batting .313. And he's going to strike out to end the inning.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
And we're halfway through the game as the Red Sox lead the White Sox 1-0.
Bottom of the 5th.
Majeski, Carrasco, and Malone due up. Majeski made his major league debut on May 17th, 1939 for the Boston Bees. And he played until 1955 when he retired with the Baltimore Orioles. He is batting .295. He grounded to second his first time up. Staubs looks at him and throws. And there's a base hit to center field. DiMaggio takes it on a hop, throws it back in.
No outs, men on first.
Carrasco due up. Carrasco's another interesting player. He made his major league debut this year. He's a rookie, April 18th, 1950. He played 9 years in Major League Baseball and retired with the Baltimore Orioles in 1959. He made 4 All-Star teams. He'll make it in 1951, 53, 54, and 55. But right now, he's going to step in against Staub. Majeski's at first. Carrasco struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. And he's going to hit the ball to second. It's going to go to short, back to first for the double play.
They turn their third double play of the game.
The double play is the Red Sox friend in this game today.
2 outs, bases empty.
Malone stepping in. Malone batting .364. He walked his first time up. Staubs throws. And we're going to have one of those famous ballpark rolls. Anything over 43 is a hit. And it's a 45. It drops in for a base hit to left.
Two outs, men on first.
Malone's on first. Kane stepping in. There's 2 outs, no reason to play in. Here's the pitch. And that ends the inning.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 5 innings, Red Sox 1, White Sox nothing.
Top of the 6th.
Chuck Staubs is stepping in against his counterpart Kane. Staubs grounded to short his first time up. He's going to strike out. 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Top of the order, DiMaggio, followed by Pesky. DiMaggio's triple fly to left field. He's batting .319, 2 home runs, 31 runs batted in. He scored the only run in the game today. Here's Kane's pitch. DiMaggio walks to first.
1 out, men on first.
Johnny Pesky coming in. Pesky grounded to second, knocked in DiMaggio for the only run, and he fouled out to the second baseman in behind the first base bag. Here's the pitch. And he hits a line drive to center field. Scala puts it away.
2 outs, men on first.
Williams coming up. He struck out, flied to left. Currently batting .337 with 18 home runs, 67 runs batted in. DiMaggio on first. Kane throws. And he hits a fly ball to center field. Scala puts it away.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 5.5, we've got a old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Only 4 hits in the game. Red Sox lead 1-0.
Bottom of the 6th.
And we're moving pretty fast. This could set a record for the fastest broadcast of the year. Due up for the White Sox, Fox, Philly, and Scala. Nellie Fox is someone, of course, that I remember, and some of you guys probably remember, playing for the White Sox. Nellie Fox made his debut in 1947 on June 8th, and he played until 1965, which is why I remember him. He collected a major league total of 2,663 hits. He is quite a second baseman, and he was a 15-time All-Star, which is quite a feat, although I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but in the 1960s, there used to be 2 All-Star games, so a lot of the guys that played in the 1950s and 60s have their All-Star appearances inflated. He was the AL MVP in 1959, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1997 by the Veterans Committee. He's walked, popped to second, nobody on, nobody out. Here's the pitch by Stobbs. And he hits a line drive, caught by Dorr for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Dave Philly stepping in. Dave Philly has flied to right field. He flied to center field. Dave Philly's greatest accomplishments. I'm not sure he had any. Do they list any? They don't list any, but he sure played for a lot of teams. He started out here with the White Sox in 41 and then took his break for World War II, come back in 46, played through 51. Played for so many teams, I can't list them all, but ended his career with the Boston Red Sox in 1962. And no, I don't remember him on the Red Sox. Here's the pitch by Stobbs. And he flies to center field. DiMaggio puts it away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Jerry Scala coming up. Scala walked his first 2 times up. Stobbs looks at him. And he hits a short fly ball. The left, Williams puts it away, and that's the end of the inning.
1, 2, 3.
At the end of 6, our pitcher's duel continues. 1-0 Boston.
Top of the 7th.
The Red Sox have Vern Stevens, Walt Ropo, and Bobby Dorr due up. Stevens grounded to short, lined out to second. He's a .336 hitter. Here's the pitch by Kane. And he's going to hit a single to left field for the 3rd hit of the game for the Red Sox.
No outs, men on first.
Walt Ropo stepping in, Stevens at first. He's not a very fast runner. Dropo, who has flied to left twice, is a .303 batter with 8 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Kane throws. And now we're going to have a few more rolls. We have the infamous dribbler in front of the mound. Let's see if we can get her a 1 or a 2 here. We can't. But it doesn't matter because he's got a 3. It matches. It's a single. As I continue to learn those confusing plays.
No outs, men on first and second. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Bobby Dorr coming up. I know this is what the AI does. They play in at the corners. But I can't even imagine asking Bobby Dorr a .388 hit at a bunt. So let's just hope he doesn't hit into a double play. He's doubled and grounded to short. He hits the ball to shortstop, and he did hit into the double play. There you go. The AI taught me another lesson. 2 outs.
2 outs, men on third.
Stevens on third. Zarilla's up. Zarilla's line to right. Grounded. Pitcher to first. He's batting .362. By the way, I still wouldn't have had to do a bunt. Here's the pitch. And it's a base hit to left field. Stevens going to trot home. Zarilla's on first. And the Red Sox now lead 2-0.
2 outs, men on first.
Matt Batts, the catcher, due up. He's flied to right, struck out. He's batting .309. Zarilla on first. Here's the pitch. He's going to walk. No, he's going to take 2 balls because there's a modifier.
2 outs, men on first.
We're going to roll again. This time, he's going to hit the ball to short. Over to first, and the inning's over.
1 run, 3 hits, and 1 left on.
Well, at the end of 6.5, it's now Boston 2, the White Sox nothing.
Bottom of the 7th.
Welcome back to the field. It is in the bottom of the 7th inning. The White Sox due up. We have Robinson, Zernial, and Majeski due up in an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Eddie Robinson is a 4-time All-Star. He made the team in 49, 51, 52, and 53. The only year he didn't make it is the year we're playing right now, 1950. He's lined into a double play, and he grounded into a double play. He's got nobody on, so I can tell you now he's not going to hit into a double play. Here's the pitch. But he's going to walk.
No outs, men on first.
Runner on first. The tying run comes to the plate in the form of Gus Zernial. Zernial has grounded catcher to first, second to first. He's batting .279. Staubs throws. And he hits a ground ball to third. It's a force at second. And that's all they're going to get. Zernial reaches first.
1 out, men on first.
Hank Majeski due up. Let's see if we can find out something about Majeski. He's, like I said, he played for the Boston Bees when he came up. He's also played for the Yankees, the Athletics, and the Cleveland Indians. He had sort of a short career in Major League Baseball. He ended in 1955. No, I'm wrong. He had a short career because of World War II. He came up in 1939. And he had 5 years off from 41 to 46. Anyway, runner on first, Zernial. Majeski has grounded to second, singled, and Zernial is going to attempt to steal down 2-0. I'm not so sure I do that, but that's what the game's doing. And he is caught stealing. Batts throws him out, and that's why I wouldn't have done that.
2 outs, base is empty.
Majeski up, .299 hitter this year, 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. We're going to have another roll here. And unless the Red Sox are very unlucky, he's going to fly out. And he does to right field.
No runs, no hits, and none left on.
At the end of 7, the Red Sox leading 2-0.
Top of the 8th.
Chuck Stobbs due up, followed by DiMaggio and Pesky. Stobbs currently pitching a 2-hitter. Kane is doing pretty good. He's pitching a 5-hitter, but has allowed a couple of runs. Here's the pitch by Kane. Ball's hit to first, and he's going to take it over unassisted, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Dom DiMaggio stepping in, triple. He flied to left and walked. He's batting .319. And he's going to line out to the right field of Philly for the 2nd out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Stepping up to the plate is Johnny Pesky. Pesky grounded out to second, fly popped up to second in foul territory, then lined out to center field. He's currently batting .294. Kane throws. And there's going to be a ground ball right back to the mound. Throws to first. He's got him for the out. And it's the end of the inning.
Quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
At the end of 7.5, Red Sox lead 2-0.
Bottom of the 8th.
Carrasquel due up, Malone, and then the pitcher spot, which I'm sure will be a pinch hitter. Stobbs looks at Carrasquel and throws. He's gone.
1 out, bases empty.
Malone stepping in, batting .391 in limited appearances. He's walked and singled today. Stobbs throws. And he hits a ground ball to third, over to first. He's out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Kane stepping in.
The manager calls for a pinch hitter.
El Kozar. I'm glad Rosar isn't catching. I'd have a real problem with those two names. And he hits a ground ball to second, over to first, and he's out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
At the end of 8, Red Sox lead 2-0.
Top of the 9th. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
Here we are at the top of the 9th inning. I'm not mistaken, this game's lasted about 30 minutes so far for me in real life. That's about as quick as I've ever played a PC replay game. Ted Williams stepping in. Ted Williams struck out, fly to left, fly out to center. Here's the pitch by Aloma. Aloma has 2 saves for the season. He has a 0-0 record. He's got a whip of 169, ERA of 4.50. Here's the pitch to Williams. Williams trots to first base.
No outs, man on first.
Here's the infamous base action. There could possibly be a wild pitch. Anything over 2. And there it is. It's a wild pitch. Williams goes to second.
No outs, man on second.
Williams at second. Protecting Williams. I'm going to pinch run. The last thing I want to see is him get hurt running the bases in the 9th inning of a game. Vern Stevens stepping in. He's grounded to short, lined out, and singled. And he hits a fly ball that Zernial puts away for the out.
1 out, man on second.
Dropo steps in, flied to left twice, and singled. Aloma throws. And there's a fly out to left field, and Zernial puts it away.
2 outs, man on second.
Red Sox have one more chance to add to their 2 runs. Bobby Doerr stepping in. Wright leads off second. Doerr's doubled, grounded to short, and grounded into a double play. And he's going to double down the right field line. Wright's going to score. Doerr ends up on second, and the Red Sox now lead 3-0.
2 outs, man on second.
Al Zarilla coming to bat. He lined out to right, grounded pitcher to first, singled, knocked in the second run of the game. And he's going to double into the corner. Doerr's going to score. Red Sox have their fourth run. Zarilla walks into second base, standing
2
up.
outs, man on second.
Well, Aloma has allowed the Red Sox to double their runs. They're now ahead 4-0. Matt Batts stepping in. Batts flied to right, struck out, grounded short to first. Zarilla's on second. Aloma pitches. And he's going to hit the ball to third, over to first to end the inning.
2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 8 1/2, the Boston Red Sox are 4-7-0. The Chicago White Sox 0-2-0.
Bottom of the 9th.
Here we go, the White Sox last chance. Substitution required. Wright's going to play left field, which is what I would do anyway because he's a better fielder than Ted Williams. The top of the order is coming up for the White Sox. Nellie Fox, followed by Philly and Scala. The Red Sox have a 4-run lead. Staub's on the verge of pitching a complete game. Fox is walked, popped up to second, lined out to second. Here's the pitch by Staub. And there's a short fly to left field. Wright puts it away for the out.
1 out, base is empty.
Staubs is going to face Dave Philly, who has flied to right, flied to center twice. Here's the pitch. He hits a foul ball into left field. Third baseman's over. Pesky puts it away in short left field in foul territory for the out.
2 outs, base is empty.
As the White Sox come down to their last batter, they're behind 4-0. Staub's on the verge of pitching a 2-hit shutout. Up the plate comes Scala. He's walked twice, flied to left. Staubs looks at him and throws. And he hits a line drive to right field. Zarilla puts it away,
Boston
and that's the ball
wins
game.
the game. Goodbye, everybody.
What a quick game. Chuck Staub pitches a masterpiece, a 2-hitter. Red Sox win 4-0. The Red Sox 4-7-0. The White Sox 0-2-0. Chuck Staubs is now 6-3. Kane 6-2. Of course, Chuck Staubs is going to be the MVP of the game. The White Sox record now 21-37. Red Sox 43-19. We'll exit the game. We will check the box score like we usually do. And let's see what we've got here. Dom DiMaggio 1 for 3. Not too much offense. Dorr and Zarilla both had a couple of hits, which was good for a run. No home runs in this game. The White Sox, 2 hits. Majeski and Malone, the only 2 hits for the White Sox. Pitching-wise, you saw 2 great performances. Kane pitching 8 innings, 5-hit ball, striking out 3, walking 1. He's got an ERA at 2.24. He's a good pitcher. Staubs, however, outpitched him today. 9 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, and only faced 30 batters. We'll close that. Let's check the rest of the games for today. Cleveland beats the Yankees. I'm going to tell you why that's important, because this is the second day in a row the Red Sox pick up a game on the first place Yankees. Detroit also lose. They're in third place. Washington beat them 7-2. The A's lost to St. Louis Browns lost to the A's 8-5 in St. Louis. Brooklyn defeated the Cincinnati Reds 7-1. The Giants defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 8-5. In Game 1 and Game 2, they defeated St. Louis 5-3. And the first place Philadelphia Phillies shut out the Pittsburgh Pirates at home 14-0, collecting 20 hits. That looks like the offensive performance of the day. Let's move over to the standings, see what we have. And why that was important, the Red Sox are now 1/2 a game out of first place. They are 43-19. They have one more win than the Yankees, but 2 more losses. This game is really tightening up. In real life, it ended New York, Detroit, and Boston. But things are looking good for the Red Sox. Detroit's really not underperforming that much. They're 33-22 for a .600 winning percentage. In real life, they were .617. But the Red Sox and Yankees are overperforming when it comes to the standings. Anyway, let's look at the schedule for next week. Maybe we can see a game we're going to play. Let's see, we have Wednesday the 28th, the Red Sox at Philadelphia. That means they'll be there. We'll play one of these 2 games, maybe on Friday. We're going to play the Friday. There is a doubleheader. The Yankees at Boston for 2 games on Friday, June 30th. And I think I might even play 2 games. So we might get double the fun that day. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for joining me in today's broadcast. We'll see you on the channel for next week's game, most likely on the 30th of June for the doubleheader with the Yankees. Be sure to follow the seasons as progresses on my Sports Replays Facebook page. And I just want to wish you all a happy Thursday and so long for now.